Hello and welcome to the Sunday live stream. My name is Igor and this is the channel where we build and maintain open source and free to use applications. Recently we are focusing on the Shikigami Agentic IDE. This is exactly about it. This is gonna be a beta version, fully useful with some missing smaller pieces, especially in the editor area that we're gonna work on through next weeks or months. Let's see. So what is Shikigami? Shikigami is an application that allows you to manage multiple agent sessions. For now, Cloud Code, but we will just in a few minutes we will start an agent session that will start working on bringing GPT to Shikigami. Let's not waste our time. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. There is no time to waste. Okay, so as usual, new work tree. Opus and the high effort. Okay, let's go. I want you to start working on bringing GPT models to our application. I want you to assemble a team of sub-agents that will explore API of the codex and GPT models. Then I need you to compare it with our current code base. And then in the next iteration, we're gonna proceed with creating an implementation plan. And just to make it clear, by API I mean a similar way how we now handle Claude agents. It doesn't mean that I want you to start investigating an external API provided by Codex or OpenAPI. I want you to focus on local management for another model that we want to add to our application. I want you to find similarities and then we're gonna extract logic that may be shared between these two models. But for now, let's start with the first step, which is the exploration of the code base and exploration of a new model that we want to bring to the application. Okay, so we have it, and let's take a look at our board. What's the status? So in manual verification, there are two things: git switch branch error, and that is more specifically, yeah, it was about showing a post with an error. So I've tested it off stream and this is okay, this is done, so I'm moving it to done. And also MySQL client. Last time we worked on a component, no logic so far, just a component. So this is how it looks. On the right side we have a new column. In the future we're gonna add new actions to that sidebar. For now we only have databases. And you can click on add connection. We're gonna improve that, by the way, because I don't like it that the button is at the very bottom. It should be somewhere here at the top. So once you click on it, you can add a connection. You can configure the name, host, port, credentials, and then you can verify if the connection works. Okay, so this is how it looks now. No logic so far and no MySQL client. Okay, so that means I'm moving this to done as well. And let's take a look and to do. Yeah, so exactly, MySQL client, this is the actual logic that we have to implement, and also we need to verify what library can we use in our application to not build everything from scratch. And I think we can as well start an agent for git commit details improvement, because let me show you how it looks now. By the way, if you don't know Shikigami, you don't know how to move around, then at the very top there are tabs. This is a tab space, workspace tabs space, where you can define and decide where you want your agents to live. And of course, it doesn't have to be an application. It doesn't have to be a code thing at all. It can be whatever project you are working on. If these are documents, research documents, legal documents, whatever you are working on, the workspace is just a space where agents will be created for you. But okay, so let's move to 222. Who is out of office? Project, because I wanted to show you how the Git history looks like. Okay, so this is the list. This is the list of commits we've edited 2 episodes ago, 2 live streams ago, as far as I remember. And then you can click on a commit, and these are details, but I don't like them. This is very minimal implementation, and I would like to have a first the top. We have to move to the top the files that we've modified, we've added, removed. So all a list of files that we changed, that should be on the top. And then I wanted to have a representation of these changes as a tree, same way like files tree on the right side. Yeah, something like this. And then when you choose a certain file, you can click on it, and then you can open a git diff preview. So that is missing. We have to edit now as well, today. Okay, and we have 2 more agents. By the way, if you are new here and you don't know Shikigami, that this is how it looks. So we can add multiple sessions. For example, just for testing purposes, I'm gonna add, maybe let's test Opus, because I didn't try it for a long time. So let me try test Opus. Let me try to run them. And is it really Opus? Yes, it is. No, wait. Let me try one more time, sorry. Okay, so this is Opus and the basic version. the initial version, and this is 1 million. So let's try Sonnet. Let's try Sonnet, maybe 4, why not? Test. If you use the same label, then at the end of a label, they're gonna be added at the end or at the beginning? Yeah, at the end. At the end, it's gonna add for you a number of the agent, the 1, 2, 3, the next number. And okay, these are sonnets, so that works good. And you can remove them by clicking one by one on the red rectangle next to the name, or you can go to the list and then remove them as well one by one, but from a different place. And you can of course collapse the sidebar if you don't want to have it as wide as it is by default. Okay, good. So the first thing, Git history details. So one more time, we're gonna move files to the top, and we want to have a tree representation of changes, not a list as it is now. I want you to improve Git history details box. First, I want you to move list of files to the top and change the design into a files tree instead of a list of files, flat list. I also want you to add a behavior that once I click on a file, the application will open a preview of Git changes on that file. Similar like we have, or like we already implemented when you choose a Git component and then you click on a list, and there will be a Git preview difference open it for you. Okay, so this is it, and the third guy, and this is going to be MySQL component. Okay, I want you to analyze and learn about a database component that we've added recently. There is a form where user can configure connection and credentials to a database, and as far as I know, there is no business logic and there is no MySQL library that we could use to really handle connections. So what I want you to do is to first learn about the code base, then research what MySQL library could we use, or in general database, the databases management library could we use. And then we're gonna proceed with these findings, and then we're gonna switch to the implementation plan. Okay, let me ask the agent just to be sure. Did you check this document? Just to make it clear, I want you to add to that support for a CLI version of GPT model. And what I also want you to do is to use strategy pattern for all differences that we may have between these models. If they are on the same level, then we should use strategy pattern to handle different behavior between models. But to make it as decoupled as possible, I mean the business logic. If you would like to learn more about Shikigami and other projects that we work on during live streams, please consider joining our Discord server. This is also a place where I share progress on Shikigami and also other interesting things. Around agentic coding, of course, and AI tools in general. Okay, let's run brainstorming session if there is something unclear and needs to be clarified from my side. Yes, to make it clear, I want in the future to make it possible to preview tables in databases. So it's not about importing or integrating any query builders from any framework. It's just about choosing, configuring a connection, then previewing tables in a database, and then as well an option to run queries, raw MySQL queries, and that's it. Okay, so to give the agent example, I'm gonna take a screenshot of the current preview component where you can switch between unified or a side-by-side preview to take a look at what has been changed. Yeah. So just to make it clear, I wanted to reuse the same view, the same component, and if it is included by inlining it in the editor, then I believe it should be moved to a shared directory and then accessible from these two places. But okay, let's first take a screenshot and let's ask it if it understands what is the requirement. Yeah, so you can drag and drop if you want. You don't have to always keep your screenshots in the clipboard. You can, if you are using Mac, then there is an option to take a screenshot and then you can drag and drop it. So Shikigami, of course, supports that. So I want to make it clear that whenever user click on a file, it should be presented same way as now we show Git differences. So either by going to a unified view or a side-by-side view. And I also want you to make sure that we're gonna reuse the same component to handle these two different sources of the Git diff preview. If you are here and if you are listening to chat, then please let me know if there is a noise in the background, because I am not sure if you hear it as well. If yes, then I'm gonna close a window. Yeah, just to make it even more clear now. Yes, so I believe the typical behavior is that a commit introduces changes, and what should we present is exactly those changes. So we don't want to compare the state from the past to the current state. We want to show what was added, removed, or modified, whatever, in this specific commit for a specific file. we have to extend the create new agent form and allow users to decide if they want to use GPT or Claude. By default, we support Claude, and this because this is my preference, by the way. Okay, but that doesn't have to be included in the prompt, sorry. So by default, we not support, but by default, the selected model is Claude. So we have to add a new line in the form. It should be a radio input, and the selected value can be only one, yeah, because this is a radio. Sorry guys, I'm gonna be away for 1 minute. Okay, hello again. And if you are here, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have questions around the public release of the application, then please let me know in the comments section or in the chat if you are here. I want to have all these. Okay. I interrupted the agent. Now let me read it. Okay, it looks to me that it's going to be a complex task, so for now we can focus only on configuring a connection and then testing it, and that's it. Okay, this is actually a good question. We have to design it first. So yeah, let's ask it to for now focus only on configuring a connection and then testing it, and that's all for now. Because yeah, we have to run a brainstorming session to design it. no, sorry. So I want you to so the first iteration is about handling credentials, saving connections, and testing them. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm gonna prepare to-do in the to-do column new tasks. So one of them will be for designing the tables preview, and the other one will be the queries functionality. Yeah. No, so save means store it in a dedicated space. It depends, I believe, from the operating system. But anyway, it should be stored and preserved for the next run of the application. Not in a way that we're gonna lose it once a user closes the application. Okay guys, so this is how it looks. We have to brainstorm on the design of tables and rows of tables with results. If you want to preview items in the database, then you're gonna click on a connection, then you can choose database, and then you click on a table. Once you double click on it, you should see a set of items that live in a table. So that is about designing. Then this is about logic, and then the third one is about bringing a queries console, where you can run more complex queries than just select everything. Yeah? Very useful, especially for web applications that are more complex than some simple content management systems or e-commerce. But actually in e-commerce, if this is a big e-commerce project, then as well this could be useful. So okay, and we also have to update this one. Okay, so this is now exactly the topic of this task. We want to store and save configured connections, and we also want to make sure that credentials will be stored in a secure way for you. Because there might be cases that you want, maybe you want to connect to a production database or dev database, but the dev database lives as well outside of your machine, and this is also might be important to take a good care of credentials. Could you spin up a localhost server and show me design for these changes? Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I need to see it with my eyes. Regarding the list of GPT models, I want you to spawn a sub-agent that will learn what models are available. Well, I want you to wire it real now, and please continue with preparing the spec document, because anyway we're gonna run a review on it later, on it or on the implementation plan. Okay, and we have the design. Let's take a look at it. Okay, it looks good, I guess, but then I have a question, because what you show us is a bit different than what we actually have in the application. I mean, the side-by-side and the unified buttons, they look different. Does it mean you're gonna refactor them, or this is just an example? This is the first question. And the second one is if preview of changes will be presented in the same way, in the same space as it is now for Git component. Yeah, I want to make sure because this comes from the bottom area, from the bottom bar, and this is the editor space. At least that's how I understand it, so I want to confirm that it thinks the same way and not gonna start creating some random components in random places. Okay, it looks good. Please now start working on a implementation plan, and I want you to run, once this is ready, I want you to run sub-agents to verify code aspect, the architecture aspect, and as well I want you to focus on the in-app notification system that we've added recently to the application, and I want you to run a dedicated sub-agent that will verify if you handle errors in a correct way as it is specified in our README. This is the thing that we've added recently, so guidelines for architecture and as well guidelines for handling exceptions and errors and then catching them by in-app notification system. Okay, so they are busy, and I would like to show you the recent. Okay, so this is, I've switched from Shikigami to Who is Out of Office. If you don't know what that is, this is a self-hosted application for small and medium businesses, small and medium teams to manage their leave absences. And this is a free app, open source. You can find it in the description, or if it's not there, I'm gonna add a comment to the comment section with the homepage of the project. And we recently worked on the auto-approve countdown. So let's take a look at it, because I didn't commit these changes. If you are new here and you don't know, I've added a fixture set for you. If you want to test the application, it's possible. You don't have to think too much about it, because we have fixtures for leave requests, we have fixtures for public holidays, users with different roles. So the application is fully testable in your local environment. All you need to do is just start your Docker, local Docker, and then either use just file and just start, or Docker compose apt, and the database will be created for you, of course, a container, and fixtures will be loaded. And now let me show you the application. Okay, so that's the application. I'm gonna log in as admin, and then we have to go to absence requests. And this is exactly the thing we worked on last time. So the auto approve in, it means how long you have to wait before the leave request will be auto approved. If this is useful for small teams, especially, and teams that members, when members trust each other, and there is more freedom in taking leaves and applying for them, then sometimes there is no one actually to approve it. Then you can enable. If you want to enable it, you just have to go to app settings, then there is a leave request settings card, and you can enable or disable auto approve. If we disable it, then it's gone, there is no auto approve happening. If we enable it, then you can as well decide after what time request will be auto approved. And okay, so this is the design for that feature, and I would like to improve it a bit, because now we have two columns. I don't like it. I would like to unify that into a single column, then with either yes, no, or a pill with a countdown. By the way, this should be changed, because the pill design, this is very AI-ish, by the way, and it doesn't match the overall design of the application. There are pills only for roles, and that's how it should stay. This component, most likely I'm gonna remove it, because it's anyway too much of them, too many cards. It's hard to move around, but that was my initial idea, to add many cards and then ask people for feedback. If you test it, who is out of office and you know already that there is a card that is not really useful, or there is a card that you would like to have but it's not available now, please let me know. You can go to the repository and create an issue with a feature request. And of course, if there is an issue, if you see an issue in the application, you can as well let me know. But okay, let's focus on the auto approve. And actually in this case, I'm gonna work on the main branch. I will just ask the agent to not commit changes, because I'm gonna later review them manually anyway. If you don't know, if you are new here, I am a PHP Symfony developer, and who is out of office is a Symfony project, Symfony-based project. And what are the components? Sorry, classes. Let's take a look. Okay, this is the calculator. This is field. This is test as well, okay. Okay, this is template. Yeah, if you don't know, then to render some of the UI elements, I'm using Easy Admin package. And this is an important thing because we don't have to create everything, every template for every field. We just need to have them for custom fields. And that's exactly the case here. So there is a dedicated tweak template for the countdown. And now the thing is that I want to merge two behaviors into one. So let's try it. I want you to unify these two columns into one, and there should be 3 or 4 states. You need to verify it. So 3 or 4 states. When this is auto approved, yes. When this isn't auto approved, when the auto approve is in progress, and if auto approve is disabled. So if the auto approve mechanism is disabled, then I want you to show dash. If it is enabled but still the leave request is in the waiting period, then you show a countdown. Once this is auto approved, I want you to show yes, and if it was manually approved, then the auto approved should show a no. If something is not clear, please ask me, and I want you to not commit changes that you will do. I'm gonna review them manually later. Okay, so this is this, and let's go back to Shikigami. So 2 agents are working, one of them for sure. Okay, there is a question. Let me read it, sorry. Okay, let me clarify one thing. Does it mean we have to implement an abstraction for the feedback mechanism? If yes, then please include it in the plan as well. Well, from what I understand, it means we need an abstraction and then a strategy per model. Is that correct? Okay, so is that clear or you need anything more from me? Actually, is it possible to detect? I think it is, but please verify it. Is it possible to hide the auto-approved column if the auto-approve feature is disabled? Well, it should be possible because if you may be not familiar with the code base, but there is a dedicated settings module, and there is a facade, and it exposes a isApprove function. So that's what the agent should find now. Okay, so all should be covered, yeah? So rejected, cancelled, withdrawn. There is a dash. In other cases, yes or no, or a countdown. I forgot about the design of the countdown pill, but we can change that later. Okay, let's focus on the logic for now. If you would like to join our Discord server, then please take a look into the chat because I just shared a link to it. Feel free to join, feel free to share your feedback. There is a Shikigami channel already. And please remember, in 4 days we're gonna launch it. Beta version for now, so don't be surprised if there will be bugs. There might be, especially at the beginning. And I can share that I've tested. Yeah, let's take a look at the board. So I verified the updater. I verified it, but only for the macOS build. I didn't check the Linux package. I'm gonna do it tomorrow or Tuesday, but I guess most likely tomorrow. So the full pipeline of releases is in place. What I need is a feedback. And I'm pretty sure that we're gonna make it on Friday to publish it. Yes, and this is it in progress? Okay, not yet, but in progress will be the MySQL component business logic. It looks like this is ready to be implemented. Let me ask it one more time. Did you run code review on this document? Okay, but you've included code snippets in the implementation plan, right? Okay, so then it means that it should run code review. Okay, if that's the case, I want you to run sub-agents to verify the code snippets that you've provided. I want you to verify architecture, and also what is important, I want you to verify the errors handling, and if it respects the in-app notification system that we've added recently. If you would like to learn more about it, please go to README and find a relevant section. Okay, and the Git history improvement requires as well, the plan requires as well review. Okay, then I want you to run code review and architecture review agents on this plan. Hey guys, let's take a look at this together. I'm not sure if this is real, but if this is real, then I would also ask a question. Why the number is so huge here? And the OpenAI 4000, let's verify that. Let's verify that right away, right now. Okay. Could you please verify if OpenAI employees number is 4,000 and DocuSign almost 7,000? Yeah, let's verify this, because I am curious if this is true. Okay, cool. Now I want you to run sub-agents to analyze very, very deeply the code quality in the snippets, then the architecture that you've proposed in the plan, and then please as well run sub-agent for the QA aspects of the implementation plan. And what is as well important to me is the error handling and usage of the in-app notification system. If you need to learn more about it, then please go to the README, because we've recently added a section about handling errors and then notifying users about it. And this is, if you are curious why I keep asking about it or keep requesting for it, then this is because it's important. After the public release, I want you to be aware that there was an error, and if there is a bug, then I really would like to ask you to open the notification, take a look at the error message, and then please share it with me. You can do it on the Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the chat now. Feel free to join. And there is a Shikigami channel. Maybe I will add as well Shikigami bugs, and then you can let me know if something is wrong and what the issue is. Okay, and sorry, because this is funny. So OpenAI closer to 4.5. Okay, so the most recent is 7,000. 7,000. Okay, and then DocuSign 7,000 as well. Could you please share why DocuSign has so many employees? Let's now take a look at the who is out of office and the auto approved column. If it makes sense, we're gonna implement it right away. Okay, it looks good. Okay, that looks good. I want you to start working on the implementation, and please remember use test-driven development approach for it. And then please run tests and quality assurance to verify if all is correct, and please don't commit changes. I'm gonna anyway check them later. Okay, and it looks like we can start working on the MySQL component business logic. The plan is ready to execute, yes. This is great. Okay, so I want you to run sub-agent driven approach for the implementation, and please run code review after each milestone, and then one final set of sub-agents, code review, architecture review, and the error handling. Good, and of course the agent is going to implement it on a dedicated work tree. Then we'll see which of them will be faster, and then either it can merge to the local main branch right away, or we're gonna rebase and then merge it. Okay, so if you would like to learn why DocuSign has so many employees, then that's the reason their sales team is more than 1,000 employees. By the way, this is a profitable company. Unlike OpenAI, but okay. Okay, so now we know. Okay, and we have the first thing in progress. That is the MySQL component, business logic. Okay, so I'm moving that into... it's so hard to move these cards. I have a question and a request to you guys. If you know a better tool than Trello, maybe free as well, please let me know in the comments section. Because moving these cards is it's difficult sometimes. I click on one and I cannot really move it. I don't know, it's very unresponsive sometimes. And if you would like to use Shikigami as well to work on your projects, then please subscribe and join our Discord server, or stay tuned on YouTube, because in 4 days we're gonna make it public. And then I would like to hear your feedback, first reports, bug reports, especially, because for sure there will be some, I hope not too much, and then I'm gonna work on, and we're gonna work during live streams to fix all of them and bring new features like the databases connections management, tables preview, row queries, console. Yeah, these are the things that will happen in the nearest future. And as well, I think that is really important to me is support for PHP, JavaScript, and TypeScript, not only by colors, like indication what is the keyword, what is a function, but by the way, it's very poor now, but at least it is in some basic shape. And what I would like to have is more advanced support for PHP, JavaScript, TypeScript, and then as well the MySQL queries. But that's for the future, yeah. But we have to shift our focus from the agentic coding area to the editor area, because I want to, from time to time, I like to code manually as well, especially at work, and yeah, I really miss a few things here. I'm not sure if this is gonna be possible to support Symfony. Yeah, we're gonna learn that in the future. The issue might be some licenses and yeah, the licenses. And legal stuff. Okay, good. So did you run sub-agents to verify the plan, or this was only self-review? No, wait. There were 3 reviews. Okay. Okay, good. So now I want you to prepare an implementation plan. And again, once this is ready, I want you to run 3 sub-agents to focus on same or similar things. Okay, and the Git history improvement is ready for sub-agent driven implementation. Let me take a last look on it. Okay, so if this is ready, I want you to run sub-agent driven implementation. And please remember to run code review after each milestone, and then the final code review and architecture review. By the way, I verified the updater component that we worked on last. No, actually, okay. You didn't see it. I worked on it off stream, and so this is ready. Now I have a version 0.15.1, and whenever I build a new release, and I'm gonna upload it to the final storage, the external storage, the application from time to time gonna check if there is an update available, and periodically in the background for you, and once after you start the application. And if there is an update, you should see somewhere here near to the plus for a new workspace. Next to this plus, you should see a notification pill with information that there is an update available for you with the number of a version in it. Once you click on it, it's gonna download the new packages in the background, and then you will be asked for restarting the application. There is no yet, at least there is no mechanism to trigger update check. I'm gonna add it later. For now, you can restart the application. If I will tell you that there is an update on our Discord server, for example, and you are waiting for it, you can either wait until the application checks that, or you can restart the application, and then on startup, the application is checking if there is an update. Okay, so we have two things in progress. Git history and MySQL client, these are in progress, and the GPT model support is in the writing plan phase. Let's take a look at who is out of office, how it looks there. Okay, this guy is still implementing. Okay, so it's hour and a half of the live stream. I'm gonna finish soon. But before that, let's take a look at the who is out of office and the newest changes, and then maybe tomorrow I'm gonna release them to production. Okay, and this is ready. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. It's on the main branch, okay. Okay, and that's how it looks. Approving shortly, okay. There is no worker working in the background to really approve it. At least not by default in the Docker configuration. You need to run this manually if you would like to test it end to end. And there is no, and there is a dash if something was already approved, rejected or withdrawn, cancelled as well. This is great. So let's add a new leave request. So that's the form. There is a built-in calendar preview with indications if there is a vacation already for you. If there is a vacation or a public holiday on a certain day. Okay, let's submit a request. And okay, it's gonna be auto-approved in about half an hour. This is correct. And approving shortly, yeah. The implementation is basic, isn't complex too much. And of course, it doesn't mean that it's really gonna be approved in 29 minutes. It means that more or less it's gonna be approved in that time, because there is a cron job that is running in the background and it's just a rough estimation. But anyway, it works, and I believe this can be now merged to the main and then released to production later. And now, okay, the agent is asking if we need to filter on that column, and no, we don't need that. We don't need that. Is there anything else you have to do, or is it done? Okay, this is ready. Let's take a quick look at our agents that are working on the Shikigami application, and all of them are busy, so I'm gonna let them work for some time today. And yeah, the who is out, and this guy we can close this. This is done. I'm gonna review it later manually one more time. And this is it, guys. This is it for today. So thank you for joining. Thank you for all likes, subscriptions, and comments. Please consider joining our Discord server, especially after we publish the Shikigami application. I would like to hear your feedback on it. What are your thoughts? What you like, what you don't like about Shikigami? Yeah, that's it. So see you next time in 2 days, most likely. So on Tuesday, if nothing happened, then we're gonna see each other again on Tuesday. And till that happen, I wish you a nice day or a nice evening and a great week ahead. Thank you. Bye bye.